Okay, so today we'll see how we can create the project by using a Maven. So before that we just have to learn about the archetype first of all. So archetype is just simple and template you can say, in which other projects can create it by using this archetype. See here what we have, this is nothing but our archetype. 39 archetype we have nowadays. We have a 39 archetype. That means the template that is already created, we just simply need to use that one. So when you are using, like consider this is the archetype, and here you are using a 26 archetypes. That means what? So this 26 archetype will download to your project. That means consider this one is your project name, like demo. This one is my project name, and I am using this archetype. So whatever the structure that is defined inside this 26 archetype, so all this structure will come inside your project, that is demo. So this is the thing, it's just simple and template in which other project can inherit it, or you can say other project that is created. And first thing, when we are using, or when we are creating, or when we are creating the Maven project, so we have to download the Maven. We have to download the MVN first. Okay, so Maven is just simple a tool that is used for creating the project. Okay, so that Maven is responsible to maintaining the all of these things related to your project. Simple. So we have to download the Maven first. So when you will download the Maven, you have to set up. So how we can set up the path? You can just simply go environment variable. Yeah, this is the environment variable. You can just simply go, you have to download on the internet, that I hope everyone knows that. So you just have to come here. Here you see I have downloaded this Apache Maven 3.8.5. this is the thing I have downloaded, and I have set the path here. See, this one is my variable name. Here I have set Maven home, and this one here I have downloaded my Maven, and I just gave the path name. Okay, you can just simply save it. Once you have defined this, see, make sure that that name must be same. This is the name we need, Maven underscore home. After that, once you done this one, just click here. Here this is the path. You can just simply edit this one, and here you see, here we have a Maven somewhere. Just see, Maven maybe must be present somewhere. Just try to see where it's Maven. Yeah, this one. Here you see I haven't written the path, but you can write the path. But after that, when you are written, instead of this Maven underscore home, you can also write this entire path. So this is the path that we have defined here. Which one? Okay, so it's not showing now. Yeah, here we define the Maven path. We have to remove first this one. Okay, so here you see, this is the Maven underscore home. Okay, so this one is our Maven, and this one is our path. So you can just simply do one thing. This is the path, we just have to copy there. Just copy. Here you see, instead of this Maven underscore home, you can simply paste that one. But at the last, we have to write this /bin. Okay, this is the thing that we have to write it. Okay, so once you have written this one, you can just simply check that Maven version is present there or not. So you can just hit enter and just type mvn underscore version. Yeah, so it has returning 3.8.5. so this is the Maven version it has written. Okay, so when you have a project Maven, that means you are ready for creating the project. Now how we can create? So for that, they have already provided one link. You can just simply go there and just check it. See, so this is the page they have provided. So you can just simply come, first of all check the Maven version, which Maven version do you have, and after that, this is the archetype version. That means this is our command. By using this command, we can easily generate our Maven project, that means our AEM project. So I am just simply copying this one. You can come here, Sublime I am just opening. You can open any editor and you can paste it. So this is the version. Okay, so I am just taking on a new file. You can just simply paste it. Okay, so this is the file. This is the code that we have. This one is related to a Maven. Okay, so this one is a command. This command is related to our Maven. Why? Because of initially we have written the Maven. Okay, so here at the last, here you see which version we have. AEM version, here we have a cloud, but which version we are using, just come here, this one is my AEM. Okay, so here we have a help option, you can simply click here, and at the last, second last, here you see about Adobe Experience Manager, click here, and here is the version, that is 6.5.0. so we have to copy this version, go there, and instead of this cloud you can just simply paste it, that is 6.5.0. Version I don't want to change it, so just keep it like that only. This is the jar version, so when your project will create, this becomes your jar version. So if you want to upgrade this version, then you can upgrade it, but now I'm initially creating my project, so I'm just keeping this one. We have to remove this one, that is slash, and just make it all of this thing in a one line. So here just give one space, I don't want to change this one. Okay, and this one is our package name. Here you see, this one is our package name. Package name, that means when your project will create, all your interfaces and the classes will store inside this package, that is com.adobe.aem guides and weekend. Okay, but if you are not returning this one, that is also okay. Why? Because of if you are not writing this code, this line, okay, still here we have another line on line number 7, that is group ID. Okay, and this group ID is responsible for creating the package if this package line is not mentioned. So you can delete simply, we don't want this, and make it all of this thing in one line. Okay, done. Now after that, here we have a artifact ID. Artifact ID, that means it's your project name. So I'm just changing from artifact ID to demo. So this one is our project name now. Okay, after that, here we have a group ID. So here instead of this, I'm just changing com.adobe.demo. Okay, and this one is your app name. That means this one is our app name. That means it becomes your client library name, client library folder name, your client library, and your component name. Okay, so this is the thing, like this one is the app. Now I'll show you, just come here and go inside the CRSD simply. So when you will create the project by using this command, then what it will happen? So here you see, here what we have, app ID, that is weekend. So what it will happen, inside this app our project will store, is it no? Inside this app our project will store. So that time this becomes your name, whatever the name that you have mentioned inside this app ID, this becomes your name. So here we have our demo already, so we have to change the name. And after that, inside this, here inside this demo, what we have a components. Yeah, the component, maybe it's the same. And another concept that we have, that is client library. So it becomes your client library name as well. So here it's maybe, if I'm coming at the search, here we have a client library, so it becomes your client library name as well. Okay, if you want to change, then you can change it. Okay, and after that, here we have a content. So when the data will store here, so it becomes your content name as well. Okay, right now here we have a search website, so as it is, whatever you are mentioning, this becomes your name. So right now I'm just changing. Okay, so here I'm just mentioning demo 1. Okay, after that, here we have a app title. What does it mean by the app title? So it becomes your website name. Just come here, here we have a sites, you can just simply go there, and here we have a sites, you can just simply click, and once you click, here we have a site name. So one site will create, and it becomes your app title name. Okay, so whatever name that you have mentioned here, it becomes your website name. Okay, so instead of this weekend, I'm just changing to what I'm changing, demo project. Okay, this is the thing that I have written it. And after that, here we have a archetype. So now in currently we have a 39 archetypes. Okay, and when you are using the 39 archetype, it will support to your AEM, but sometimes later, like which version we have a 6.5.0. okay, yeah, which version we have, 6.5.0. that means this version will support to archetype 39, but after sometimes later it will crash your AEM. So better to download to use here 26. Why? Because of this 26 or the 25, it's suitable for 6.5.0. okay, and this is the predefined things that we are using it. This is the predefined thing. From this archetype, okay, we are generating our this project. This is the project that we are generating by using this predefined archetype. Okay, no, and here we have to remove this slash. Just come at here, remove this, and make it all of this in one line if it is possible. Oh, okay, let it be. Just simply copy it, go there where you want to create the project. I just want to create the project in my D drive, so you can just simply come here. Okay, so just consider now I just want to create the project in my desktop. Okay, here I just want to create my project, so you can just simply create the folder first. Like inside this I just want to create my project, so here I am just giving the project name. Where is my desktop? Yeah, you can just simply rename project, double click here, and here now I just want to create my project. Okay, so just open it, open this project as a CMD, but now I'm just opening as a run as administrator. This is the CMD that I'm opening as a run as administrator. So when you try to deploy your project, that time they ask for the administrator permission, so that's why I'm just opening as a run as administrator. You can just simply open it, yes, and later that in we have to go inside our desktop, is it no? So how we can go? So for that we have to copy, just go there and just copy this one. Okay, and instead of this, okay, so instead of this you just write CD and control V, hit enter. Now we went there inside our project. Now you can just simply type whatever you have copied. So we have our project, like this is the archetype that we have. You can just simply copy, go there and just paste it and hit enter. Okay, so it has scanning now and it has downloading the predefined archetype. So it has downloading all our predefined archetype. So how it will work? Okay, how it has downloading this all of these stuffs. Okay, so here you see, now I'll tell you. Okay, so here I have a Maven, I have downloaded. So where it has stored? So when we download the Maven, Maven will automatically store inside our username. Okay, this one is our user, and inside here we have a M2 folder. This M2 folder is related to our Maven. This is the folder. This folder is related to our Maven, and when we create it, this repository will create automatically. But this is the XML file we have to add ourselves, otherwise our AEM will not execute. Okay, it will throws the error. So for that we have to add this XML file. Okay, so I will upload this file on the drive, no issue. So we have to add this file in our M2 folder. So what it will happen, on the net we have one Maven repository. Yeah, this is the website that we have. Okay, so some of the thing like Maven only download the dependencies. So here you see which archetype we have users here, 26. So it will see all the archetypes, that means it will see all the dependencies related to a 26 and it will download in your local. So how he will download it? So it will come in this website if this archetype is not present inside this repository. Okay, that means all of this thing it has downloaded here only. That M2 folder has downloaded all of this thing inside this repository. But consider some of the thing or some of the dependency is not present inside this. So what it will happen, so it will go directly inside this website, it will search all the website and it will execute and it will download it. Okay, so where is that dependency exactly stored? So consider, now I'm just going inside my D drive. Okay, this is my project, somewhere I have a project like this one is my April project, consider. Okay, and here see, this is my AEM guide search, this one is my project, and here we have a plain object model, that is nothing but our POM file. So inside this POM file we have a lot of plugins and the dependencies. So when you are opening, here you see, here we have a lot of plugin, this is the plugin and the dependencies. See, somewhere we have a dependencies as well. So come at down, we have to go at the down. Yeah, here you see we have a dependencies, and as well as the plugin as well. So in, and here you see, here we have a archetype ID, that means our project name. So some of the project that is already created, we are just simply using it and we are downloading that project, that's why we have added inside the plugin and the dependencies. So who will download this, all the stuff? Maven is responsible for downloading all the stuff for your project. So whatever you are using in the future, this all the stuff he is download automatically. Okay, so this is structure. Okay, so here you see, now I'm just going, so it will download this folder structure only, but when you are double clicking inside this, here we have a target file. Sorry, this target file is not available, sorry, this POM file is not available here. Okay, that means it has some error inside this project. So you can just open it. Here you see, here we have a POM file. So first of all, it will download the folder structure only. First, at the first we have this POM file. So your Maven will come inside this pom.xml. Okay, and whatever the thing it has present inside this POM file, it will execute all the stuff. So at the first, what we have all the versions. This is the version, this one is our archetype, that means our project name, and this one all the packaging inside our POM file. This one is our version, jar file version, and this is the description, and it has download this all the modules for your project. That means inside your project it will store all this module. So yeah, this is the module it will create. After that we have give the all the configuration we have given here inside this POM file. So our author will run on port number 4502, our publish run on port number 4503. So we are giving all the informations to our Maven. Okay, so here you see our 4503, that means the publish instance, how we can recognize because of this publish tag. After that, this one is our username and the password. Okay, this one we have give, this is the file related things, that vault is nothing but the file related. So we have given the username and the password here as well. Okay, so currently we are supporting in this component. Okay, so that's why we have mentioned this. Okay, if you want some upgraded component you want to use inside your 6.5.0, then you have to mention here upgraded one. Okay, this is the bundle version, this all the stuff that we have mentioned here. Okay, yeah, so it is showing some error, which error we have to see it. Okay, so which error it's showing? It's showing the groovy error. So it is showing one error, that is groovy. So how we can solve the groovy error? So first of all, for that we just have to read this, read this description. So what it is saying, we see that groovy all is loaded in version 2.4.16. okay, and you are trying to load the version in 2.4.8. so this is the wrong thing, we have to load. See, so when this two dependency will match with each other, then it will give you a success, but now it's throwing the conflict error. Why? Because if you are trying to be load on port number 2.4.16, okay, in this version, and you have right now 2.4.8, so this is not right, we have to change it. So how we can change? So for that we have to go inside our em2 folder, because all the things are stored inside our Maven. I know that, we knows that. Okay, so just go inside this repository, and here we have a org, maybe Apache, no, Apache it's not there. Maven maybe. Here we have a Maven, I think. Where it has Maven. Okay, so Maven is not there. Just then go inside the Apache. Here we have a Maven. Okay, just go there. Archetype, we have to go inside the archetype. After that, archetype common. Okay, inside that we have a 3.2.0. just go there, and here we have a POM file. Okay, and where we are getting the error? Inside the Groovy. So we have to search the Groovy here, and which version we have, that is 2.4.16. so just change from 2.4.16 to 2.4.8, and again try to execute it. So if I try to execute again, it will throw the exception. Why? We have already created the project, so we have to delete the project first. Okay, so maybe it will definitely it will throw the exception. Why it will throw? Because of, here you see, come here, D drive, we have to go inside the D drive. This one is our D drive. No, we have created the project in our desktop now, so just go inside the desktop, and which one is our project? Yeah, this one is our project. No, and here we have a demo. So if I am just trying to open it, here you see all the project it has already created, and this project it has already created, and again we are trying the same code. Okay, so this is not a right thing, but yeah, this error is gone, but at the last maybe it will throws the exception. We will see it has throwing or not. Yeah, so what it is saying, build failure. Why? Because our Maven project already exists, we have already created, and again we are trying the same code, same command for creating the Maven project, so we have to delete it. This is the thing, we have to delete it first. So shift delete, hit enter. Yeah, we have deleted. Now again just try to create it, the same code, and hit enter. Now this time our Maven project will create. See, and make sure whenever you are trying to create the project, run the CMD as an administrator. Otherwise, see, lot of things it has downloading. Maven is downloading lot of things. So for that, we have to open as a run as administrator. This time we will get the build success. Yeah, it has build success, but what we have did here, we have only created the folder structure. See, when I am coming here, this is the demo it has created. After the demo, here we have a folder structure. So this is the folder structure. By using this POM file, we have created this folder structure. But when you are going inside this, here we don't have any target file. What does it mean by the target file? Okay, so only this folder structure it has created, and with the information, with some information. Here you see, here we have a POM file, but whatever the data that is present inside this POM file, it hasn't downloaded. So for that we have to deploy it. Okay, no, so how we can deploy? So you have to go inside your CMD, and where your project is present, inside the demo, all your data where it is present inside our demo. So we have to go inside our demo first. So I have went. Okay, we have went inside the demo. So now we have to type one command, that is maven mvn clean install -p auto install single package. What does it mean by this command? So first of all, we are using a Maven, so that's why I have written the Maven, because we are giving the instruction to a Maven only. Okay, so that's why I have written here Maven, and here we have written the clean. What does it mean by this clean? So whatever the previous project that you have tried to deploy it, that time some data will generate, and you have to, that data, or you can say the some cache file or some of the thing has generated, and you want to remove that things, and you want to again run your own project. This is the current project, you want to execute it. Then for that we have to write here clean. We have to remove this before the repository and we have to start our own. Yeah, after the clean we just want to install it, so we have to write this install command. Okay, and after that this p represent the project and this auto represent the automatically, and we knows that this is the install. Okay, so what does it mean by this command? If you want to execute, if you want to deploy your project automatically and you want to execute, okay, or you want to generate the target file, or you can say the byte file, okay, so you can write this command. Okay, so this single package is nothing but here we have a lot of modules. Just come here, here you see, here we have a lot of modules, so it will individually execute one by one. It will individually execute one by one. So first of all it will execute this all, later core, dispatcher, text, and it will execute all the stuff. It will not execute, it will not only execute, except that one, it will generate the dot class file for your code. For this code it will generate the dot class file as well. So you can just simply use this command and hit enter. Okay, so maybe it will take more than 20 minutes, so for that we just see something else. Okay, so here okay, so now I'll tell you this one. So first of all here you see, once it will create, how the things will go, how the things will work out. Okay, so inside this, see, here we have a UI front end. This is nothing but our module. Come here and here you see, here we have a UI front end. So what this module will does, so it has store all your SCSS file, or you can say simple word, the CSS file. This is the advanced version of the CSS, and here we have a JavaScript. All these files, that means the front end related things, will store inside this module. Okay, and after that, but here we have one concept, that is client library. Okay, and client library is used for inserting the CSS and the JavaScript file to your AEM. Okay, but this thing, that client library is stored inside your apps folder. Okay, inside our apps folder we store the client libraries. But why we use this client library? What is the use? If you want to insert, or if you want to perform the CSS, that means this is the CSS and the JavaScript file, you want to perform it, then we have to use this client library. But this CSS and the JavaScript file will store inside your front end, and your client library is stored in this apps folder. So for that we have to interconnect, this front end with this client library. So this file will store inside your front end, but after that when we'll try to execute this, all the files will go inside your client library, and later that it will execute. Except the client library, it has stored this component as well. Okay, we know that why we use the component, for making the website, for making one responsive website. For that we use this component, is it no? So this all the component is stored inside your apps, and later that it has stored the OSGI configurations as well. Okay, and all your backend related things, backend, that means the all your backend code, just like a Java related things, all the Java related backend concept is stored inside our core folder, inside this core module. Okay, so here we have a lot of concepts, just like a Sling model, OSGI services, unit test, testing related things, and the Java code, where it will store inside this core module. Here we have a core module, you can just simply come, and here you see. Later that we have a UI content. This is the main. Here all your actual information will store inside this UI content. So consider this one is our website, and here we have a header, some body is there, and here at the last we have a footer. So whatever the information that you are writing inside this header, body, and the footer, where that information store, this information will store inside your UI content. Okay, so the same structure, same thing it's saying first of all it is storing the page structure, and after that it is storing this information. DAM folder, that means when you are uploading some images or the videos or some JPG or the some JSON files to your website, so where it will store, so it will store inside this DAM folder. Yeah, tags we have, tag is nothing but just simple a keyword. Okay, so consider now here you have a shoes. Okay, shoes or the clothes we have. Okay, so this is the clothes. If you want to find out from the Amazon website, so for that we have to return the clothes name, is it? No, we have to write the clothes name. Okay, so this is then this clothes, maybe it's a shirt or the pant, will come. So we have connected, we have associated this clothes with this t-shirt or the shirt. So how we can achieve these things? By using these tags. Okay, and this is the template, this is the big topic, we will see tomorrow if it is possible. And after that, this all this module, all these 4 module will store inside this all folder, inside this all module. Okay, so it will not create the jar file for this UI front end, and it will not create the separate jar file. Okay, and it will not upload on the server, it will create only the one jar file. Okay, so when you are saying after running this command, here it is running this command, after it will execute, no, so for the everywhere this jar file will create. So when you are double clicking, this jar file will create here. Okay, if you are double clicking inside this target, here we have the jar file. But when we are uploading on the server, so it will not upload all the jar file. Okay, so how it will happen? All this module will store inside this all folder, and this all jar file will upload on the server. Okay, so this is the thing. Here you see, so all the jar file and all this module will store inside this all module, and it will execute on our server, that means our AEM instance, that is 4502. Yeah, that is called as a deployment. That is nothing but the deployment, simple. Now we are in the front end.